and we get her again. So it's really exciting. So we're gonna do a little meet and greet action. We're also gonna do some Q&A questions real quick, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we'll put you on.
I guess we should talk on this.
Ooh, your mic's better. I like that. Okay. So I have a question. I'll start it off first.
Yes.
I just read an article about how you are trying to inspire girls to play guitar, which I think is amazing. Now, with that said, do you have a favorite guitar?
Absolutely.
Okay, I thought so. Or maybe several. You never know.
Well, true. It's like trying to pick your favorite child, even though I don't have kids.
Yeah.
I assume it would be very similar to picking your favorite child.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But it's one of the coolest things that anybody can come up and tell me that Lindsay, you've inspired me to start playing the guitar. And so I love being able to hear that. And my favorite guitar is my white Strat, and I call all my guitars names.
Oh, good.
Normally, guy guitar players call their guitars girl
Like
names.
Lucille.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect example.
Okay.
So I, of course, need to call my guitar's guy name. So my white Strat's name is Ben.
Nice.
So he's my favorite.
Now, the one in the video.
Yes.
The white one with all the colors.
Yes, all the colors.
That one's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, check the video out, by the way. You can go to Lindsay's website.
I painted
check
it.
You did? Really?
I'm not a painter at all.
Okay.
But
You are.
I
Yeah, it looks good, right?
I mean, I know how to throw paint on the guitar, but I don't even know how it's going to end up sometimes. But for the record, I wanted to paint a guitar for every song.
Okay.
And so yeah, the one I play in the video is the Waiting on You.
Okay, so we're going to watch for that now. Every
Please do.
video that comes out, we're going to start track
right?
this,
I
right?
better play that guitar.
That's true. It's really cool. Actually, there's several in the video. I think there's a red one too.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Very cool. So, does anyone have any questions they want to ask Lindsay?
Nice.
I know we just had her, but hey, you know.
Michelle over
Ask
there.
away. Here we go.
Wow.
Do you have a guitar named John?
I do have a guitar named John.
I actually thought you would.
I mean, I have an acoustic Martin guitar, and it was actually, it's called the OMJM, so it's the John Mayer Martin, and I wasn't planning on going into the guitar store to buy that guitar, but I picked it up and it just spoke to me and I couldn't leave without it, and so its name just needed to be John.
That's a good one. All right. Hello.
Do you have a Gibson guitar that you've named?
I do have a Gibson guitar. So I used to play Les Pauls all the time, and when I just started out, the head of Gibson Canada, where I'm originally from, was a girl. And so she was like, Lindsay, I have the perfect guitar for you. And she hands me this purple Les Paul, and it was like bright purple. And I was like, I can't play this. People are gonna think that I'm playing like a fake guitar or something. And she was like, honey, you need to rock it. So it was the first one, so it's actually called the Goddess, because that was its original name. Yeah.
Excellent.
Where were you the first time you heard your song on the radio?
That's a good question. I was in Phoenix. I'll never forget it. We had just finished a dinner with the radio station, and I had never heard my song before on the air, and so we hailed a cab over to the side of the road, and we were like, hey, your song's about to come up in a few songs. Do you mind waiting with us? And he was like, yeah, no problem. So I'm sitting in the front seat, and everybody's just sort of hanging out by the car, you know, by the side of the curb outside this restaurant. And my song comes on, I freak out. I'm like running around the car, hugging everybody, dancing, and the cab driver was so into it. He was like high-fiving me and so happy, and then I realized that the meter was running the whole time. So he was like, we can do this forever. This is all right.
Okay. Anybody else got a question? Okay, let me head on over there.
Do you have like a good tour shenanigans story, especially this tour with Brad and all of the guys and them getting in trouble?
I know. Well, so Brad Paisley is known as the ultimate prankster. And I have not been pranked yet, knock on wood, but I know my name is just on the list and it's getting closer up to the top of it. I know he photoshopped Dustin Lynch's face on this man in a Speedo. That was like a naked, like large man in a Speedo. So it was pretty funny. One of the tour managers backstage broke his leg, and he was riding around, or getting around all these amphitheaters, like these large venues, on this little scooter. And so he had this black scooter, and one day the guys took it by their will to take the scooter and cover it in like neon pink tape. And so it became a pink scooter, and it had like tassels, and the whole thing was hot pink. And on the seat they just wrote baller. So he, yeah, uses that now permanently.
Haha.
I know, right?
All right, anybody else got a question? Oh, question, ooh, there we go. All right.
Yes.
No one else is going.
She's very
This is
inquisitive.
a little personal, I guess, but
Yeah.
I know that because you're so much on social media, how hard is it to have people criticize you? And how do you deal with that?
Good question. You know, I'm a firm believer that since anybody in the entertainment industry, whether they're in music or sports or on TV or in radio, I mean, we choose to put our lives up on social media. And so it's almost like we signed up for this. So if people criticize it, it's like you kind of like you need to let people say what they're going to say. And you kind of need to take it with a grain of salt, you know? Social media is basically putting yourself out there and it's left to everybody's opinion. And so you just kind of get used to having tough shoulders and letting things kind of slide off of them when people may say things that that you wouldn't like to hear all the time.
Good for you. That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? One more? You sure? Okay. All right, well,
We can keep them coming, I know.
you're gonna think of all these good ones at like 2 o'clock in the morning tonight. Oh,
Yeah, right.
shit, asked her that one
You can
too.
always tweet me.
So we'll get some pictures going and let everybody get a chance to get up here with Lindsay for a second.